assembly? Like how's that going? Like, tell me a little bit about the game.
Yeah, so it's a kind of mysterious adventure game, lots of narrative. We found when we started playing with VR, what people wanted to do was explore, just look around and and look up at the cobwebs and things like that. So we decided adventure games made a lot of sense with VR. It's a genre that works really well. So it's a kind of rich adventure game. Two different characters. One's a woman who's quite short and a guy who's very tall. And it's quite interesting switching between them because you notice it's always going up and down, and you see each point of view, which is quite fun.
It's like you're playing with perception.
It is
inside the game.
Very much.
There's
like
two
that.
sides.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's lots of moral choices. So we're trying to play with a simple example. If you could kill somebody to save 1,000 people, would you do it? You go, well, of course I would if I had to do it. But then if that choice was presented to you, it's slightly different. And in VR, that kind of decision making is quite tough.
But it's a lot different than in normal games. Like that type of decision making is one thing when it's happening on a screen and you don't. You can say you feel emotional connection to characters, but that's building through tradition. It's just like a book or a movie. You're not triggering a lot of all built into our bodies on a much more basic level. And VR can tap into that different.
Yeah.
Like feeling like you're in a room with somebody, whether it's an NPC or another person controlling that card, it's just so different than seeing that on a screen because there's so much on levels that there's so much on levels you just can't activate unless your brain knows you would.
Right.
Well, and like thinking about scare, I mean, jump scares in fear are palpable and real and can be very like kind of frightening, obviously. But I actually don't. I can keep myself dissociated just enough from like a monster jumping behind the curtain and trying to freak me out.
Right.
I'm like, look, it's not really there. It's not going to get me.
Yeah.
But the thing I noticed when I started playing the London Heist, which was one of the demos, London studio, part of World Wide Studios group, and I felt there's a scene where a guy's interrogating you, and for the first time in a video game felt like physically uncomfortable. Like he was like in my face, and you're just like, he has a blowtorch up, and I'm like, I know he's not gonna blowtorch me, but like I am like sweating and like I'm like squirming, and like that's not a thing I get in video games. Versus like I jump and get scared when I play, a horror game just on a regular flat TV, but I never feel like the character's gonna intimidate me.
Yeah, it's a startling thing, right? It's not necessarily like
it's your fight or flight response, not your like brain processing and being like, oh god, why? No, don't.
Yeah, no, and then the stuff like and then just the motion oriented stuff like the Evocaries of the world and stuff like that. Like I remember back when video game companies used to have money, they used to have extravagant events, and it was all ridiculous and stuff. So Namco had a thing where they took people to Las Vegas and had them fly planes. And it was a situation where it's like you're playing laser tag in a plane, and they have smoke pots on the other plane. So if you were hitting the target right, the smoke pot fires. If you hit them.
In the abstract, that sounds like a really fun idea.
It was rad.
Yeah.
But the thing that they don't tell you is like, hey, you've spent your life playing flight simulators on a screen, and you just do loops and barrel rolls forever, and who cares? And then you get to where you're actually grabbing a stick, and the minute you pull it back, you're like, oh, my body's not meant for this. So I was one of the lucky few that didn't actually vomit on that specific joke. I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Proud of you. It was like, there was a moment there where I'm like, I feel real dizzy. This isn't face turning white. There's a video camera pointed at my face the whole time. It's like you just see like that kind of white out thing, and I started to wonder like, can VR start to trigger those sorts of? I mean, obviously, gravity, full gravity is a very real thing.
Yeah.
It's good you get you've tried an experience like that. A lot of people don't have that make them sick, even in always in real life.
Right.
Beyond something like seasickness, most people don't understand mechanisms of. But like there are a lot of things you can do in real life to make you sick. There's always going to be mechanisms that are aware of those things and kind of develop around them. And it's very different from a monitor where you can get away with basically anything.
And I think what you're seeing at E3 versus what you've seen at, like when someone's just showing a random demo on a DK1 that's not like in Oculus's booth, but just sort of like in a hotel room, right? Like they can check out my game. People are being more thoughtful, and I think that I have not seen anyone. Wasn't out there all day, but I've not seen anyone coming out of Oculus's booth or the Morpheus booth looking like uneasy, or if they were, they're like, oh, I tried another one and it was cool. I think I just gotta, light games are for me, or maybe like, this like a top end eventually better to start with. And I think you ask them over time. So I think that is a concern that is hopefully devs are working out for themselves as the platform goes on, and just kind of keep an eye on it and try to help guide people towards the right steps.
I think it's rule number one of VR development is do stuff that you'll be comfortable doing in reality, because you're feeling like you're there. So I looked at Just Cause 3, and grappling hook a jet, and something gets flung into the air, and triple back
Pretty
somersault
awesome.
onto the. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's great. Everything's amplified to 11.
Yeah.
But you know what? In real life, if you tried to grappling hook a plane, it would be pretty messy.
Super bad for everybody involved.
It's
Maybe messy for you. That's just Thursday. I don't know.
But in real life, whatever you're comfortable with, you'll be comfortable with VR. If you're uncomfortable in real life, you will be uncomfortable with VR. And I think that's the kind of we're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge is another example.
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge is such a good game in VR. What do you think of?
That's an
If it was
interesting one.
tailored and built from the ground up, something like that could work. But you have to design from the input. I mean, we talked about this a long time ago when we were talking about Connect or whatever, right? Like that it's the games that work best are games that take the input method into consideration to design from that to the consumer, and not think like this game's a cool world. Like just shove this onto whatever platform and it'll work itself out. It's
Whether
like
it's
that's
mobile
the worst.
or-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how far away? I mean, I guess like to some extent it's already happening, but like I guess like to some extent coming into these, it's all happening. Coming into these press conferences, we had to have that conversation. It's like, well, wait a minute. I mean, they're making a new Mirror's Edge. Like VR is very now. Like, is EA gonna come out and say, hey, we're developing for this stuff? Is the No Man's Sky demo gonna end with some saying, and by the way, let's do this?
I'm gonna take a page from Phil Spencer. I'm gonna lower VR headset from the ceiling
Okay.
onto on the shop.
Just
floor. That's
to
how we
straight
do
up
it.
deal with his
Yeah.
style, just directly onto his head. I guess like how far off? Like what's the interest level